Okay, guys, apparently you guys couldn't hear me at all. So yeah, I realized this. Yes, guys, I realize you can't hear me. Give me a sec. Boom. Thank you. So, can we get Chris in the chat?
The next time my audio is bad and y'all go find Ari, I want y'all to remember this part, okay?
I tell them every time. I am not the expert.
This happened 2 days ago. I had to do that exact same thing, and they were like, "Go call Ari."
And I was like, I'm not the expert. I've said it every time. Leave me out of this. It's not me, okay? I am not the expert. Don't. So there you guys go, okay? When it's him, like if it happens to him, don't ask for me. I have never claimed to be the expert, nor will I ever claim it. All right? Don't do it. Don't do like leave me out of this. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, exactly. Leave Ari alone. Kind of like, guys, I'm going to say this, okay? I'm going to also say this. When somebody is up on his phone line and they're hitting on him, I don't need you coming into my live chat to be like, go get your man. Listen, if my man can be stolen, he ain't my man. So he also knows this, okay? This is no hidden secret. He knows this. If he could be swayed away from me, he ain't my man. Fucking take him. I'll leave, okay? Like, it's not a big deal. All right. Also, W Capo for the gifted memberships. It's good to see you back. I hope you had a good couple of days to yourself and a good holiday weekend.
Hi, Capo.
Chris also says hi. I hope you heard that loud and clear, Capo. But yeah, guys, when this happens, when it happens to him with his audio, don't tell him to get Ari. And when somebody's calling Chris and they're hitting on him, don't try to get me. I don't care. It's funny, but I don't need to see it. Like, if I want to go see it, if it was interesting enough, he'll tell me. We'll put it that way. Like, if it was interesting enough, he will tell me. All right? If it's not interesting, I won't hear about it at all.
Also, if I tell some kid I'm gonna fuck his mom, I'm just joking. Okay?
Oh, I mean, I tell men that I will give them a child, a son that their dad will be proud of all the time. So
every single time I say that, I'm like, go get your mom. I'm gonna come your stepdad and drink all your Capri Suns. And then
there's always one.
Someone's like, I'm gonna go tell Ari. It's like,
tell me. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. We know it's a joke. I do the same thing. I just do it in a different manner. I don't talk about Capri Sun. He does it in a nice way. He'll just like, I'm your stepdad now. I'm just like, I'll give you I'll fuck him. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm more vulgar with that. How am I more vulgar than that, actually? And yes, Noni, if you want to ask them whenever you see them, yes, they were. Thank you. Yes, hi Capo again. There we go. Sorry guys. I like how we're opening up with jokes. I'll have to cut the first 5 minutes out because no one could hear me. My bad, guys. But if you received a gifted membership from Capo, be sure to say thank you. All right. Thank you guys for all of the laughs at the beginning. Yes, Bishop. Polly's name is Chris, and I'm glad that he's going by it now, so I don't have to keep calling him Polly because it's just not his name. I like calling him Chris because that is his name. PL, if you asked a question, I didn't see it. Sorry. No one knows what jokes are anymore. I don't know what joke was told. I was saying you're welcome for the laughs. Did I call it a joke? I thought I was just saying you're welcome for the laughs. Ah! The dog is so excited. I can't help that one.
Calm down. She's on live.
People still drink Capri. I mean, I assume kids do. Of course, you guys can call him Chris now. He would probably prefer that somewhat to a degree. Hi to all my mods that were in here first. And then, of course, we have a special hello to all of the members that were in here originally. We had Jeff, Elizabeth, No Name. Let's see. Thank you. That's still coming through. Ryu, Paul, of course, Capo. And then he did the rest. Okay. You guys were all here first. And Luca, of course. Hi, Luca. Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. So it's Tuesday, and late yesterday, while I was on live, as you guys know, I didn't really talk about it for very long. It was very brief. But in the middle of Donald Trump being like, we're working out this awesome plan with Iran for them to get rid of their enriched uranium, and then they bomb them. And then it comes out today that they didn't. So they said it was in retaliation because they attacked us, and they didn't, right? So it came out that we attacked them not in response to them actually attacking the United States. So, and Bishop, first one. It just feels weird to say that all the way through. Asaffield, thank you for becoming a sub over on Twitch. I do appreciate that. I hope I said your name right. Thank you. You got it, Tony. That works. You got it, Tony. If you guys are over on TikTok, be sure as you are coming in to share, repost, etc. Send in your daily heart me. You can now customize it because TikTok is being so extra with their stuff. Oh, this is a comment that's going to trigger some people. When people choose a leader, God dislikes him. When God picked a leader, people hated him. That's why many people hated Trump. I hope you realize that's blasphemous to claim that somehow Donald Trump was picked by God. Yeah, it wasn't on yet, exam. You're doing great. That's a good one, too. Which God? I like how 2 people said it won't let you call in, except only 1 number called. So, y'all are doing so great. It's almost like I can see what happens. Oh, no. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I support a lot of things that he does. I don't support everything. I don't support everything that any president has ever done.
Okay, great. What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
He made a huge global headline, not just national, but global. Do not come to America illegally. He's constantly cutting funding to different social programs. I mean, that's just amazing. We need less people relying on our system and depending on our system and depending on social handouts from the government. Because the more that we depend on the system, the more control they have over us as a whole in totality.
Okay. If this is like your idea of attempting to rage bait, you're not doing great.
I'm not. That's just my actual belief. I mean, if I was trying to rage bait you, I would say
Odd.
way more egregious things.
Uh-huh. What's the purpose of a government?
There's many different roles and purposes that government's supposed to uphold, which currently our country and our government is not upholding, which is protecting our citizens from foreign violences and alien invasions. We can start with those.
Alien invasions? Where can I go see the
Correct.
little green people?
No, the illegal alien.
Where can I go
Invasion.
see the little gray people then?
Right. Immigration without assimilation is actually just an alien invasion.
Oh, can you show me where it requires assimilation? They just integrate into our society. It doesn't require assimilation.
You can say that. It doesn't look like Dearborn
Cool.
is as
Show me where
immigrant
where is the law that requires them to assimilate into our society?
Right. Tell me how Dearborn has integrated.
No, I would like you to go ahead and answer what I just said. Show me the law that requires immigrants to assimilate into our society.
Yeah, no, there's not one. But
There's not
if
one.
you
Okay,
actually
great. So
look,
then
did
assimilation, and
the
then
Muslims in
assimilation, then
Dearborn-
assimilation is not required. Thank you.
Did the Muslims in Dearborn integrate into?
Sir, you can just concede.
Did
You can just concede
which one?
that immigration does not require assimilation.
You said they integrate into our system. Did
They
integrate
integrate,
in
which is
Dearborn,
not
or did they
assimilation
take over
or
Dearborn?
yeah.
Did they take over?
No, oh goodness. Just concede.
What did they take over Dearborn?
Nope. Every time you do that, when you're not answering what I'm saying, you're not going to be heard by anybody. Just concede.
I'm not.
You're not conceding. Okay. Then I'm also not talking to you. His voice sounds very familiar. Or maybe it was just that it was irritating, but I'm not talking to somebody that continues to do that. I know, Phantom. It's the way I say it. I can't help it. Yeah. Nobody does. Yeah, they're like... I'm pretty sure he's not even from there. He was literally just saying shit. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18. Oh, I actually just turned 19 yesterday.
Okay. Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I'm from California.
Congratulations, Gold Star. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, what's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
Lots of things, but my favorite so far is his constant effort to normalize and stabilize the growth of AI and backing all the developers of it.
Okay. What's up with the people yelling in the background?
Those are just my boys.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but how do you feel about
Are you
that?
in an after-school program right now?
No, I mean, I'm at my friend's house. But how do you feel about Donald Trump's, how he's handling AI's innovation?
The deregulation of AI is going to substantially hurt our workforce unless we are going to come up with another way to take care of our citizen population that doesn't require them to work. No, I don't approve of that.
Would you be more in favor of AI if there were methods that would preserve the workforce?
If there is a backup for the labor of our population, sure. Is there a different way to take care of them when AI starts taking over jobs? Because so far AI has quite literally displaced a lot of the creative workforce to start with. So people that make music, people that make art, they just signed like the number, I think it was Usher's label, just signed like a huge deal with the first AI artist. And I mean, huge deal. This is not good. Like, it's not making anything better. You would think that the creative jobs would somehow be saved, right? But it's not. That's the first ones that are actually being taken. And just from October of last year, in this research that I've done, we've lost 67,000 jobs due to the growing technology of AI. And
Yeah,
AI
I
data
have to.
centers are also not helping our environments at all.
Do you want me to respond to the AI data centers or the AI job displacement?
Do either one.
So I feel like with the job displacement, I do agree that AI should not be taking over, creative work like, music or writing. So I feel like human integrity is a core component of that. And I
That's what
totally
happens
disagree
when you
with any.
deregulate.
No, I mean I'm not in favor of deregulating that, but I feel like AI right now we're at a phase of AI where people are just throwing money at it because it seems like the future, but because of its limited capabilities, we're eventually gonna have a small bubble burst in it, and we're gonna realize that it's not as powerful because the transformer model is limited in thinking and just a narrow training data set. But I do feel like once once as a society we understand the capabilities of AI better and stop using it for creative work instead just using it like on a leash to aid us in everyday life, like shortcutting tasks for us. And like that's what all workers are able to do this. I feel like um it's going to be a key component to our life in making everyone's jobs easier and better.
Nope. It can't make other people's jobs easier while also taking and displacing workers. Again, at least
Could you give me
67,000
could you give
jobs
me
just
like
since
a
October, just from large companies that have announced it. And this is just in the research that I've done, have been displaced or lost their jobs due to the growing of AI technology.
can you like cite the world that's being displaced and I can better respond to that.
Amazon specifically laid off 30,000 workers in order to invest more in AI technology. Meta has done the exact same thing. One of our larger, like these two are one of our larger employers, right, within the United States. Not the largest, but they're up there, right? They both have
For
laid off
Amazon, was
people
it
simply to invest more in AI technology that's not even helping people.
for Amazon
Thank you,
was it
Shauna.
like SWE or like logistics?
Which specific jobs? I don't know. I didn't look into which specific jobs were lost.
Okay. So I want to say that for logistics, I feel like we shouldn't be
If
like
you
getting
don't know
welcome.
either, you shouldn't talk on it.
No, but I mean, just let me
If
explain. So I
you
feel
don't
like for
know
logistics,
either, no, I'm going to
so,
stop you. If
so
you
I
do
know
not
both.
know,
I know about
stop,
both.
stop.
I just want to know what you're speaking
No, I
about.
don't need
'Cause
you to
I want to
argue
convince I want
something
to
that
convince
you just
you.
heard of today.
No, I mean
I do
I've been
always
I've
find
been
that interesting how people try to argue something that they've just heard of today.
no, I mean I know about it, but like I want to convince you on the AI and logistics. Because when you say Amazon laid off 10,000 workers, Amazon they're a big company with many departments. They have
Do
logistics,
you
they have
agree that
engineering.
AI can be wrong?
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain to you
Okay.
that I feel like AI,
No,
like
I
I said
know
earlier,
you
AI
are,
is inherently.
you, sir, are not, I'm going to be clear. You are not going to be able to convince me almost on anything when it comes to AI, right? Because I just don't think you even understand the premise of what I'm even telling you to start with, right? So I'm going to show this to everyone else at least, assuming it'll work.
But
I
like
don't really know if it will. You
can I
stop,
finish my
stop
can I
interrupting
finish my
me.
thing?
No,
Okay.
not for the moment. So somebody put this in my
Okay.
Discord server where they asked AI to create a calendar of May 2010. And did you know that Mother's Day came twice in May of 2010? You should
Yeah.
remember
No.
this. You're
Let me explain that.
19, so
Yeah, but okay, let me give you an example.
No, no,
Let me tell you
I'm
why I
asking,
think that.
hello, stop. You're
Yeah.
literally listening right now to respond, and you're not listening to anything that I am saying. So
I'm listening. I just want
let's
to I
stop.
want to
No,
respond to your I
no,
want to respond to what you're
exactly,
saying about
that's the
the
problem.
Amazon.
Stop. Pause. You are listening to respond, but you're not listening to comprehend. Let's start this again. Were you aware, apparently in May 2010, Mother's Day came twice? You should know this. You're 19. You were old enough. So,
No,
and
I don't
also,
think Mother's Day came twice in May 2010.
okay. And Cinco de Mayo was on the 9th.
No, Cinco de Mayo is not. It's Cinco de May, not
Ah,
9th
okay.
of May.
And Memorial Day was on a Thursday.
No, it's always on a Monday.
It's always on a Monday. Great.
But can I respond to your claim about the Amazon?
You need to learn active listening skills.
Can you give me like 1 minute to pitch what I wanted to say about the Amazon claim that you made earlier? I
What
feel like
claim did I
some
make about,
jobs.
if you can reiterate what claim I made about Amazon?
So you said that AI job displacement is just bad for our workforce because 10,000 people got laid off in Amazon, and I feel like
It's
some
not even the
jobs
right number I
do.
said, so you're still not doing well.
You said 10,000. Well,
I didn't say
I feel
10,000.
like regardless of the number, I feel like let me explain. I feel like some jobs should require AI intervention. So I feel like imagine if if we had like workers for 12 hours a day just putting packages in 10 different boxes, when they could be doing something that actually requires brain power, like I don't know, analyzing claims or checking fraud. That would be a better use of humans. But if we had AI, doing basic sorting tasks and logistics, it would make costs
You still
marginally
haven't even
cheaper.
reiterated even part of what I said about Amazon.
I mean, I feel like the specific number doesn't really matter.
No,
Because
you're
of what
still
I'm
not, no,
saying.
you're not addressing anything that I said about Amazon at all. You
I mean, you're not
already
addressing what I'm
restated
saying
my,
about.
you already restated
You
my
said
premise
AI job
incorrectly.
displacement out of control. I mean,
No, I
I
didn't
don't know
say
the
that
exact
either.
words you
Again,
said.
no, you're arguing with yourself right now. You're talking to convince yourself.
Okay, so can you restate your Amazon claim? Because you went to Amazon.
It wasn't a
then you
claim, it's a
said,
statement of
Meta.
facts. A claim is typically something that cannot be proven. Just so you know, like this is a statement of fact, right? Amazon laid off 30,000 employees because they wanted to expand their reach into AI. Not that AI was already being utilized or accessible to them in what they were doing. Thank you, Mia. But they wanted to expand investments into AI. So in order to offset the cost, they cut people and kept the salaries in order to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like if people, sometimes companies need to restructure to make themselves more efficient.
Except they're not even efficient right now, and that's just
Yeah,
your
I mean
feelings.
it's not instantaneous, but
Nope, that was just
it's
your
not.
feelings.
What did you say?
That was just your feelings.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, I do think that, we just see it all the time. Companies restructure all the time
I
to,
think,
make themselves more efficient.
I assume you have
And
Chat GPT downloaded on your phone.
I have, no, I don't use ChatGPT.
What do you have downloaded on your phone for your AI bot module?
I use Anthropic.
Anthropic? Cool. I think you should ask Anthropic to give you hints on how to be an active listener. Thank you, Benita.
I mean, I don't. You haven't even responded to anything I've said. I mean, come on. You're calling me the inactive listener?
tell me exactly what I didn't respond to and be specific.
So I said that companies restructuring is just a common thing, and a lot of times,
Well,
like
that's not even what you
for
said
history.
entirely. Yeah. Keep going,
I
though.
mean, no, I'm just giving you a basic summary. I'm just saying, like, since companies ever started, they've always restructured to adapt to modern technology. Like, when calculators were invented, do you think bankers weren't laid off?
Calculators were and yet the banking industry has grown tenfold, maybe even 100-fold since then. But guys, calculators cost jobs as bankers.
But yeah, they did. Like, obviously, calculators, like, before calculators were invented, do you think bankers are just,
Can
just
you
doing magic
show me
numbers in
that?
their head?
Show
No,
show
I
me
mean,
show me a statistic. Show me historical data that shows that when calculators were invented, people lost jobs at banks.
Yeah, I just Googled were people laid off when calculators were invented, and I see on Wikipedia right now. I mean, I can find
And
other
who is
sources if you want.
Wikipedia citing? I think you should know that you can't just say Wikipedia.
Okay,
I think
well,
Wikipedia is
let me
useful
look
to
a little
find
further then.
sources in order to utilize, but Wikipedia itself is not a source. Similarly enough, how Google is not a source.
Okay,
I watched
that's
a
fair
movie
enough.
where black women sent a man to space because the IBM machine was wrong, but you know.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you a good source because I don't want to like waste your time.
Calculator was a job title.
No, but like, they probably had a job title. I'm looking for a better source right now.
So the abacus department got RFID'd.
It's called calculating clerk. They were doing routine arithmetic. Take my hand, and this is I see this on WeForm right now. It's just, calculating clerks were replaced when calculators were invented. I don't think that's it sounds like a pretty obvious
I
statement.
like how when
I
I pull this up, I get Reddit, Facebook, Medium, which is a let me read your palm website.
Do you think like
Somebody's personal post on LinkedIn, Quora, Facebook, LinkedIn.
how hard is it to believe? How hard is it to believe that
Yeah,
that calculating
I can't with children. Exactly, Andrea. Who works them? I can't. I broke his bubble. I'm just being honest, like when all of my results are coming from people's personal posts, then yeah. I hate all of that scrolling. Reddit, Facebook, Medium, LinkedIn, Quora, Facebook, LinkedIn, like you're doing great. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Niggers, the faggot.
Sounds like a personal problem. You should get that checked out. Also, huge W to Luca. Thank you so much for the 20, Luca. I do appreciate you. Listen, an abacus had existed for a long time, right? Which was another way of people to do math, right? Mathematicians haven't lost their jobs. They just go in different sections. Like, yeah, they tried to, Dolphin. They just, I don't know. are weird about it, so it doesn't come through correctly. Worked at a bank for 40 years and never use a calculator. I understand that. Diet Dizzle. Yeah, TikTok's been doing things. I don't know what to tell you. Or it's because people aren't tapping enough. We have 200 people in here and 31,000 likes, and I've been on for 30 minutes. We should be at 50, and you know it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Take that as a no. Yeah, TikTok, you guys need to do more taps on the screen. So, I'll see you. Anywho, prior to this, big calculator killed small abacus. Yeah. That's also true, Tracy. Excel was invented. I'm not saying, to be clear, guys, I'm not saying AI is bad. I'm saying that the way that it's currently operating, unregulated, can be a bad thing. Hey, guys. Let me see. I don't know why you called back or what your damage is, but it oh. That was the guy that tried to slur. I just thought I would, instead of just yelling, I thought I would ask them a question. I can kind of see that, TKS. So the large data setters seem to be near worthless unless they are tracking everyone. That's possible. I do hate that now I can't hear anything. I need to do this real quick. I do not want to hear that ringing whatsoever. Yeah. Yo, that wasn't supposed to happen. Hold on. I mean, that worked. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Don't know what your damage is. Okay. Y'all should seek help. Like, I just don't know what else to tell you there. No, you should be set up to here. Thank you. Great. No, you're gonna go to this. That way, that can stay on mute. And then now I don't hear it. Boom, boom. Psh. I don't know why people do that. It's weird. Anyways, so when it comes to... That's funny, Joey. AI can't replace me. There's no way AI can drink 6 beers before noon. That also lay off the drink. Oh, I did have one more thank you. 1 second. Crystal, thank you for the 5, says, has the guest ever seen Terminator iRobot, or how about Aaron Brockovich's work? No, they probably have not. Hi, how are you?
Doing all right.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Very much so.
Okay, what's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
I mean, he's gotten rid of all the illegals. I mean, we got more jobs for Americans. I mean, our health care is doing fantastic. Tax breaks. I mean, on overtime, everything, helping out the American people.
Okay, can you sure. Can you show me where new jobs are being created?
I didn't say new jobs. I mean, we took jobs away from the illegals, so it created more jobs for American people. More illegals off food stamps and health care. So it's creating a much more better.
Then why has our unemployment rate increased?
What's that?
Then why has our unemployment rate increased?
Are now open for American people, and now the next generation coming up, they're going to have jobs that's taken away from these illegals that came over here and are taking resources away from America. Why don't you support
What does?
That's a real
Sorry,
question.
no, we're not answering that yet. I'll answer it in a minute. What does the hold on? I want to stay on track with jobs and immigration. Okay, please. What does the unemployment rate calculate?
What's that?
What is the unemployment rate track?
It's lowering. by the day.
What does the
What about,
unemployment rate track?
Oh, it's lower. It's good.
No, I'm not asking you if it's lower or higher, blah, 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 blah. What does the unemployment rate track?
Why don't you support Donald Trump?
What
you avoiding my
does the
question?
unemployment rate track?
Nigger, 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 nigger.
Waited that long to do that. Okay. They're doing great, by the way. They're doing so great. Yeah, I guess so, Trent. I can try that. Yeah, I think I did make him glitch out. That is true. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Yo,
Hi.
how old are you?
I'm 57 years old.
Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I sure am, ma'am.
Cool. What's he done so far to earn your continued support?
Well, let's see. He has been getting rid of the immigrants, sending them back home. It's better than Biden would do.
Interesting, because Biden still deported more.
Well, Biden, does bad things. He lies to
Biden's
people.
not president
and he-
anymore, so he can't actively be doing bad things to hurt the United States. So,
Well, he did. He did when he was president.
oh, you're using past tense now. Okay, got it. You use present
Got
tense.
it, bitch. You fucking lied.
Huh? Okay. Also, if you guys are one of my moderators and you didn't look at what I posted in the mod chat this morning, go look now. Thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
I don't know. I think I might still be in the room somewhere. How old are you?
Man. So what has he done for us lately?
How old are you? I just got to make sure where I'm complying with TikTok terms of service. So,
Terms of service. How old am I?
yes.
Let's see. I was born 5/24 of 1974.
Cool.
Social Security number 49190.
Don't do that. I don't. Nope, I'm not letting. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Women's rights don't fucking matter.
Okay, good for you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. 5/24/1974, and I'm not going to
Okay.
give out any more unless you ask.
Nope. I don't want anything additional. All right. I just wanted your.
I'm an old man. I'm
Sounds
52
good.
years old.
Yeah,
I'm
I got
old.
you, man. It's not a problem at all.
You
All
dumped
right.
me. I know. I wasn't going to say it. I'm smarter than that. Come on now. We're live.
Oh, I didn't dump you. I just put you on hold.
Oh,
Because I
it
just
felt like a
didn't.
dump, though. I really felt like I was dumped. You know what I mean? It was. But anyway, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
What has he done for us lately? And I'll admit, yeah, I do.
Okay.
And I'm hoping everything gets, straightened up. I understand that, he jumped in over there in Iran, and we're going to war, and prices are up on fuel and everything else. But that's nothing new. I'm used to that. The same thing happened under old Biden. Oh, Mr. Joe, we don't know who the hell that was. And then, you got Obama, which, I'll never forget that man sending $996 million in cash to Iran, and when that happened, it wasn't but maybe 5 minutes after I heard that on the news that I thought, man, he seems like he might be funding a nuclear project over there. So I'm happy Trump shut it down. You know what I mean? I remember Desert Storm. My brother was in that. I remember all the way back when the planes flew into the towers and all this stuff got messed up under Bush. Kind of thought back then it'd never get right, and guess what? It's never got right. The fuel prices I can't complain about. Every time we have a hurricane, the fuel prices go up. Tornado hit Joplin, Missouri. Fuel prices will go up. You'd think the opposite if the government was wanting to do the right for the people. You know, you think if a tornado hit a particular town, they might lower the prices of something so those people could recover. But no, they seem to jack them up. Big old hurricane come through and hit Louisiana, they'll jack up the price of fuel, jack up the price of electricity, jack up the price of everything you need to survive. It's crazy in the land of the free. You can't even get a free drink of water, something you need to survive. Can't even get a free drink of water in the land of the free.
Can't even get free food.
I don't care about food. I'll live 2 weeks without food. I'll live for about 3 days without water. You know what I mean, ma'am?
You need food in order to survive.
Yeah, you can live about 2 weeks without food, but you can only make it about 3 days without water.
7 days.
The substance of giving life, which is water. You know, you can't even get a free drink of water. You can't even go to McDonald's
7
and get a drink of
days.
water for less than $1. You know what I mean?
Right,
The
your
water that comes out of my
congressman?
faucet. It's crazy. So I don't know if this has anything to do with Trump. To tell you the truth, it's been fucked up since it's been fucked up. Excuse my language. I'm sorry about saying that to you, ma'am. But, yeah, it's been messed up for a long time. I don't know how long you've been alive, but it's been messed up for a long time, and it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. If the people are upset with what happened with what Trump's doing, I'm surprised nobody was upset with what was happening with what Biden was doing. Biden gave $241 billion to Ukraine. But before Biden got in office, all you heard was Putin, Trump, Biden, Ukraine, Putin, Trump, Biden, Ukraine, Putin, Trump, Biden, Ukraine. And then it all turns out to be what? Biden and Ukraine. I'll be damned. The entire time Biden was in office, I heard Putin, Trump, Biden, Ukraine. Putin, Trump, Biden, Ukraine. Putin's doing this for Trump. Biden's doing this for Ukraine. And turns out all the stuff about Putin and Trump is a lie, and everything they said about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and the dealings in Ukraine is absolutely incredible. And it's crazy, you know, you think about it. We got all these millionaires and trillionaires, Elon Musk making over $150,000 a minute. Yet we're in a country that's $34 trillion in debt. Try and imagine that. A country $34 trillion in debt, but the people working for the country are millionaires and billionaires. How does that happen? How can the American economy even support that kind of wealth when the American economy itself is $34 trillion in debt? How in the world can they have one billionaire in America when the country itself is in debt? $34 trillion. And my number's probably low. That's just the last
you're
one I
off.
heard.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely insane how we can have all these millionaires and billionaires in a country that apparently doesn't have the economy to support all of these millionaires and billionaires, because the country itself is $34 trillion in debt. So it doesn't have anything to do with Trump. Trump ain't done this in the last 4 years. Y'all get real. Get a life. Enjoy your night, ma'am.
Well, we know what that was about. That guy just, yeah. 1 second. I might have something for this. This is going to come across really big at first, so I do apologize, guys. Oh, it did not actually. Yeah. Half y'all can see this for right now. I'm just showing that because, yeah. Hi, how old are you?
Hello, I'm 20.
Thank you for calling the stream.
Hi, I guess I'm not a new subscriber or anything, but I just found you. I don't know how to address you. What's your name?
My name is Ari.
Ari.
Yep.
I just called in. I don't, I'm not a big debater. I don't want to get super deep into it.
No problem.
I just want to say that I respect what you're doing. Not a lot of people would come on alive and open up the phone lines and do a debate. That being said, like I said, I just turned your channel 5 seconds ago. It popped up on my feed. I was like, whatever. All that being said, I would continue to watch your channel if you would debate these people, and you actually had a logical debate.
Sure. That requires somebody to call in that's not being disingenuous to start.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. But
Like the last guy that just called in and he just wanted to,
I heard him. But I would
he just
argue
wanted to
that
go.
while he has his own way, I wouldn't say that he was being disingenuous.
No, he just didn't want to, he didn't call in to have a conversation. So that right there was automatically
You're saying it's not so
disingenuous to the
much
point of this.
what he was saying, but the fact that he just kept going and
Correct.
wasn't.
He wasn't engaging. He didn't call in to have a conversation. He called in
Well,
just to,
respectfully, ma'am, and I'm
yeah.
trying to give you a chance to talk. It's your channel. So I think you should police that. I think you should hold them to account and say, okay, you talk. It's my turn to talk.
Oh, he had no intention of even having a conversation. That's why he got off the call
Well,
after he continued to
well,
just.
sure, but you can mute them, or I don't really know how all that tech stuff works, but I'm sure you can mute him or something. I'm just saying I'm not left by any means, but I would hear you out, and I would continue to watch your channel. Like I said, maybe you do debate them, and I'm just not tuned in enough. I heard, some of the last guy's stuff, and you need to jump in there and cut him off if you disagree, right? And tell him, okay, you talk, let me talk. And I apologize. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your channel. I'm just telling you I'd keep watching your channel if I saw some good debates here.
And you acknowledge that you can't get that after only being on the stream for 5 minutes. And the most that you've heard call in for the majority is kids calling in and yelling slurs because parents aren't watching their children.
Well, what about the gentleman before the last gentleman? He was a grown-ass man, no?
The 19-year-old that was talking about AI and didn't listen to anything that I
an
heard.
adult.
That didn't listen to anything that I said and literally acknowledged that he was listening only to respond. Yes, that's a disingenuous individual that wasn't there to have a conversation.
Well, and I don't completely disagree with you. I'm just telling you, if you can
Okay,
find a way
fantastic.
to open up the channel, I would continue to watch your channel.
Sure.
That's all I
How
got.
about you go? How
I'm
about
not
you?
getting into the.
How about pause? How about you go to my profile and maybe try watching my video from a month and a half ago now that has 335,000 views and got me 6,000 new subscribers because I had a genuine conversation where even though the caller kept moving the goalpost every 5 seconds, it couldn't stand on any point that she was addressed with. Maybe
Sure,
go
what's
watch
the name
that.
of the video?
What happens when you actually?
Well, ma'am,
That's what it starts with.
I said I would watch it. What
No,
is
that's
the name of the
that's
video?
the first few words of the video. What happens when you actually? I can't remember
That's
the
the
full
name
title.
of the video. What happens when you actually debate or something?
No, it's not. I literally
What-
just said I couldn't
but the
remember.
name of the
If-
video
if-
on your channel is what happens when you actually.
Sir, if you had actually allowed me to finish my sentence, you would have heard everything that I said, where I said, what happens when you actually, I'm sorry, I can't remember the full name of the title. That's actually what I said as you were talking over me.
Okay, well, that's pretty interesting that you're going to reference a video that you don't know the name of. That's your own video.
Offhand, sir, I
Again,
post
ma'am,
3 videos.
I would
Sir,
actually watch your video if you knew
I
what the fuck
post
you're talking about, or
3
even make
videos
articulate
a
argument
week.
about what
I
the fuck you're
post
talking about.
3
You are a fucking
video
retard.
a week. Okay. Sir, oh my God, you can't remember. with the title of all of your videos when I post 3 long form videos a week and shorts 7 days a week. I truly don't care if you watch. I literally just explained that I got 6,000 subs off of that. I don't need you to go to watch it. I was giving you one example that actually blew up on YouTube. Yeah, he just wanted to slur. I agree with that. Came in so mad. Exactly, Neil. I bet he can sort her videos by most watched. In fact, you can. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? And then see what happens immediately. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Jesse. Jesse asked, did he really crash out about not getting a full title? No, he crashed out because I explained to him that if he had let me finish the first time instead of talking over me, he would have heard my full sentence where I said, what happens when you actually, I can't remember the name of the full title. Bruh. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 39.
39. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm supporting Donald Trump.
What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
Mainly the fact that he grabbed her by the pussy.
Sounds like a you problem. If you want to go out and rape somebody, I heard there was a website for that.
39. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
People are dumb. Anyways, guys, hey, it did get shut down here, or at least exposed. Hey guys, I'm really bad at doing this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. If you are new here and you like what I'm saying, or maybe you don't like me, maybe you want to hate follow me. I think that's a little bit odd, but I'll take your hate follows. But hit the follow, hit that subscribe button, and then make sure you turn on notifications so you know exactly when I go live. Also, I haven't seen any super chats in like the last 30 minutes. Let's not make my labor free. I do provide education to people. And I haven't gotten a single direct donation since the 5 at the beginning of the stream. And so guys, help support me so that I can continue to go live every single day. This does encourage me to go live, and labor should not be given freely. Thank you. Also, can we on TikTok focus on lighting up the gift gallery? And we should be at 100,000 likes in the next 8 minutes, and I'm not sure you're going to get there. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. How old are you?
I am 19 years old.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Of course.
What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
Well, I kind of liked how he took Venezuela.
He took Venezuela?
Yes.
How did he take Venezuela?
So he took down the leadership there, and the United States took control over it.
Oh, we're in control of Venezuela?
Oh, yeah.
So who is ruling Venezuela?
Marco Rubio.
Is he in Venezuela right now?
He might be. He's probably in America, though.
So what's Marco Rubio's new job title?
I think it's I forgot what it's called, but they're trying to have somebody new step in as the leader there.
Where can I find this?
Probably Google.
Google is not a source. It is a search engine.
The Dow just hit 50,000. That's pretty good.
Did you thank Donald Trump this morning?
Yeah, every morning I do.
Okay, Pam Bondi.
I put candles in my bathroom when I wake up.
Yeah, that tracks.
I have a photo of him.
Yeah.
It's the photo of him after he got shot, and he has like his arm in the air. It makes me like really emotional every time I look at it.
Got it.
But I think in general he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, I don't have any complaints really. I mean, do you have any complaints?
Yeah, violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution.
Like such as
Article 1, 2, 3, 6. First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Eighth, 10th, 14th. Try to violate the 12th in his first term. 16th Amendment. 24th Amendment, joking about violating the 25th Amendment.
do you have any proof of that?
Sure. SCOTUS, in their ruling in February against the IEEPA tariffs, that stated he violated Article 1, Section 8 of the United States Constitution.
Yeah, well, I mean,
The multiple rulings against him when it comes to AP News. Courts also ruling against him in the fact that him and the State Department were stripping away visa statuses of individuals for simply either protesting for pro-Palestine protests or writing op-eds that were going against this administration or the president himself and removing their visa status. So yes, the multiple Supreme Court rulings, sorry, not multiple Supreme Court, the one Supreme Court ruling and multiple district and circuit court rulings that have said he's violated the First Amendment.
yeah,
Emolument
sounds-
clauses.
that sounds bad when you say it, but in reality, it's really not all that bad. So,
It's not bad to treat the Constitution of the United States of America like it's toilet paper.
like in general, he still like has good policy. He's a good president. I think. Well, I
Gotcha.
wouldn't say-
So the party of law and order is okay just shitting on the Constitution.
well, in general, I mean, Trump's a pretty like, I would say like obnoxious person, but in terms of what's going on, I think
No,
the
this
leadership
is what he's
like-
actively doing. It's not about his personality anymore.
Okay. Well, as I was saying, I think in general, the way it's going right now, I mean, we'll see by the end of his term, but it seems good that the economy is going up. And
By what metric
I-
is it going up?
so things like inflation have been reported under expectations, as well as the stock market has been rallying a lot.
The stock market is not an economic indicator for the economy as a whole. Also, just a
As a
friendly
whole.
reminder, yeah, you want to know why? Because the last time, I don't know if you remember what happened in 1929 when the stock market hit all-time highs. What happened after 1929?
It went down.
No, what specifically, like what major event in U.S. history happened after 1929? It's not just that the
right
stock
after
market went down.
1929?
Yeah.
Like how far in the future? Are you talking about like the Great Depression or like World War II?
The Great Depression. Thank you. Yeah. The Great Depression
Well,
happened
The stock market went down.
and then the market
actually during
crashed.
The Great Depression.
Right after it hit all-time highs and was on a peak, showing that it was going up, 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 up,
Yes,
up. A
that's what
high
happens.
stock
It
market,
starts to- it
if
starts
you
to go
actually look
down.
at history, right, is a high stock market actually is an economic indicator for a recession or a depression. It's the same thing that also occurred prior to the 2008 market crash. Thank you, Heavensley, for becoming a member.
The stock market goes up. Yes, that's how it
Yeah,
works. And then
yeah.
when something
And
bad
then-
happens, it goes
And
down.
then it crashed because yeah. Again, I don't think you're understanding like what I'm saying. If you
Yeah, well,
actually
it
look
didn't
at the
crash.
history, if you actually look at the history with the stock market and you are trying to tie it into the economy and what it tells us is that what history tells us is all-time high stock market actually leads us to a recession or a depression.
Yeah. No, the stock market, it went down because of the Great Depression, not because the stock market was up at all-time highs.
But it was up at all-time highs, and then it crashed. Great Depression happened. I don't think you're not tracking.
So you're saying that there's going to be
I'm
a
not
recession
saying
because
for
the stock.
sure that it's a recession. I'm just letting you know that historically, because that's all we have to go off of is historical evidence, or probabilities. It's really what I should go and say. The historical probabilities is that when the stock market goes up, 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 and hits all-time highs, it crashes, boom, recession or depression.
Well, that's not really true. I mean, it's happened a few times because it has to
Every
go up
time it's
before
happened,
it
guess
goes
what
down.
happened? The market crashed, and then we have a recession or depression.
Every time it went to all-time highs, it crashed. I mean, no, it went to
Uh,
all-time highs a
my
lot
friend,
during.
here, real quick, my friend wants to ask you, what is the last book that you read?
Let me see. I have it. Actually, I don't know where I put it. Hold on. It's somewhere down here. It was a biography about Theodore Roosevelt.
Gotcha. All right, W. Chris for the question.
Okay, so what was the point of that?
I don't know. Someone paid me $50 to ask you a question. I think I'm going to ask the question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do I get compensated for that?
No.
Why not?
What did you do?
I answered the question.
Chris was going to pay me $50 regardless of whether you were here or not.
Yeah, but as I was
It just
saying,
so happened that because he even said no biggie if you don't
just
ask.
because
So
it's at all-time highs, that's no indication about a recession happening. That's like other factors, like the stock market goes down because of other things, not because of the
no,
all-time
no,
highs.
no, I don't think you realize like the stock market crashing in 1929 is what led to the Great Depression. The stock market crashing in 2007 was a part of the recession
Yeah, but there's a
in
reason why
2008.
it
They're like,
crashed besides the stock market. There's a reason why the
I'm
stock
not
market
saying,
crashed.
again, I think you guys aren't, I've already made this clear. I am not saying it is the only indicator, and I am not saying that it is the only reason. I'm just saying if we actually look at historical data, what it's telling you is based off the history, is that it would be what causes it. I'm not making that claim. I'm saying if you look at history, that's what it is. So if you actually want to look at history and be like, ooh, stock market, it's at an all-time high. Well, also if you look at history, every president since the Great Depression has had all-time highs of the stock market. You can look it up on Fred. They keep track of well, not every, but a lot of the statistical data like that. They keep track of it. Even under Bush, before it crashed, it went up and then down. And then even under Obama, it surpassed Bush's levels, after the recovery occurred, and it passed it, and he was at all-time highs. Followed into Trump's first term, all-time highs. Followed into Biden's term, all-time highs. Followed into Trump's second
that's
term,
not true.
all-time
Actually, the
highs.
stock market
It
crashed
actually
in 2020
is.
when Trump was president because of COVID, and then it crashed
And
again
it
in
still hit
2022.
all-time. I don't think you're on it still hit all-time highs while they were president. I'm not talking specifically about the crash, right? If you want to give Donald Trump credit for having an all-time highs of 50,000 for the Dow, Pam Bondi, then you must also credit every other single president, because every single president since the Great Depression ended had all-time highs in the stock markets.
Okay, you're acting like it's a bad thing with the stock market at all-time highs. I mean,
No, I'm just
I'm not.
telling you that's not an economic indicator, or if that is your only economic indicator that you want to go off of. Are you singing the praises of every single president since 1920? Sorry, since 1932?
Well, what I mean is, it's up a
No.
lot.
Are you praising every single president since 1932 that has reached an all-time highs in the stock market?
Well, it really depends on how the stock market goes during their term.
Every
If it
president
only goes up
has
10% in
reached
8 years,
all-time highs in the
no.
stock market, so you must love every single president since 1932.
I'm saying if there's a president that has a term
So
for
you
8
are
years,
logically inconsistent
how so?
because you won't also give every other president credit for having all-time high stock market. Again, this isn't anything new. It happens every single presidency that each president
Well,
has always hit all-time highs in the stock market since the Great Depression ended. And you
well, I
also
think a
said
better way to look
inflation
at
is
that.
down,
Well,
and I
hold
would
on.
love for you to remind me when the CPI data was released at the beginning of May, what was that inflation rate?
Well, hold on. I'd like to add that I
No,
think a better
because
way
you're
to
not
measure that. No,
understanding
no, no,
it
no,
at
no, no,
all.
no, no, no.
Stop,
I
stop,
think a
stop,
better way to
stop.
measure that.
Unless you're telling me that the reason why the stock market is up, or like tell me what direct impact presidents have on the stock market. Can you tell me what direct impact presidents have on the stock market, or is it indirect only?
Okay, let me get to my point.
No,
I'm
I
saying a
want you to
better
answer this one now. Stop. Is it
a
a
better way to
what?
measure that
Stop.
is the stock
Is it
market up.
stop?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. What direct impact has Donald Trump had on the stock market, or is it indirect only?
Well, with how the presidency goes now, I feel like the president does have a lot of control. Well, not like control, influence on the stock market. That can be through things like, like domestic, or I mean foreign policy, working with other countries like Taiwan, signing deals with China to sell like Nvidia chips.
So,
Nvidia carries
what
the stock
direct
market, so that's
impact
okay.
has Donald Trump had on the stock market, or is it indirect only?
Well, he doesn't necessarily. That's not how the stock market works. You can't really control the market, but he can have influence on the market by signing deals
Oh,
with like
okay.
China.
So, what is the difference between the words direct and indirect?
Direct and indirect. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
what's different between those two words?
In the context of this, it would be like what he did actually made the number go
Do
up.
I need to actually give you an example of what I mean? Right? So a direct impact on the stock market would be CEOs repurchasing their own stock and or selling off their own stock that they have in their own company. That would be a direct impact on the stock market. An indirect impact on the stock market is the price of oil going up as a result of war that was unnecessary. That would be an indirect impact because I don't know if you realize this, but the stock market is basically a prediction market. So when I'm asking you, how has Donald Trump had a direct impact? Well, he hasn't had a direct impact, just like every other president in history since the stock market's existence and since after the Great Depression has never had a direct impact on the stock market. It has always been a run. Sorry, I was just reading a comment. My God. It has always been indirect. Always been an indirect impact because they're just guessing based off of that. And if you want to say that Donald Trump has somehow boosted the stock market, then you're telling me that he's either doing insider trading or he's literally pumping the stock market, right? Because what do we know? Every time that he says that we have a ceasefire in Iran, the stock market goes up. Every time that strikes resume, the stock market goes down.
Yes, he has an indirect control on the stock market.
Great. So
why
as
it's going
every
up.
other president throughout history has always had an indirect control on the stock market. Wow, nothing new.
But
So
he's
now that
playing
we've
it a lot
reestablished
well.
that, are you going to give credit to every single president since 1932 that has reached all-time highs in the stock market because they've all done the exact same thing, indirect impact on it?
Okay, let's talk about that. So let's say George Bush.
No, I'm not. You can't answer any question directly at all. You are absolutely failing at this. Yeah, pumping the stock market is exactly all he's doing. All right? You're not doing good. Okay?
You're not letting me.
I've let you speak. You're not answering any of the questions that I've asked you. You are trying to circle them in a wide berth because you don't like answering them. And then, yes, Gary, here's what I'll tell you, Gary. Go after Nancy Pelosi and her husband. Do it. Do it. I want you to. If they're doing insider trading, arrest them. Prosecute them. Prove it. I encourage this. In fact, call your representative, not your representative, call your senator in the federal level of Congress and tell them to pass Josh Hawley's Honest Act. That's what I want you to do. Because I just want to remind everybody that Donald Trump originally wrote against the Honest Act when it was introduced by Josh Hawley. So he had to go back and rewrite it and cut out a little caveat for it to not apply to Donald Trump in his current presidency. It only went into effect the next people that got elected, where they had to divest their portfolio within 90 days of being reelected. And by the way, this act was introduced in last summer, passed committee last summer, hadn't made it to the floor at all in any way, shape, or form. Donald Trump only mentioned recently that he supports the Honest Act. And that was at a State of the Union in February. And yet, John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader, still hasn't brought it up to the floor for a vote. Interesting. Yes, Neely, exactly, because the current president is exempt from it, is why. Sorry. Dude wasn't answering any of my question whatsoever. He just kept trying to divert from it. I didn't even get to the fact that, guess what? Inflation is not down, it is up. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's Crazyfoot again. I want to apologize for my first phone call. I didn't allow you the opportunity to talk. I probably didn't understand exactly what this format was. So I'm back. I'm here to say hello. How you doing?
Doing well. Are you saying you
Well,
want
you
to
kind
have
of
a
heard my
conversation?
view. You kind of heard my view on things. I don't think it has anything to do with Trump himself, because I've been alive for quite a while and I've seen it my entire lifetime. So, what would you like to talk about, man?
The fact that Donald Trump has approved $11 trillion to be added to the national debt, since you had brought that up with saying 34 trillion. It's actually at 40 trillion. But Donald Trump has
we're
added
up to
the
40
most.
trillion. He added another 11. Well, that's minuscule compared to the 241 billion that Biden gave away to Ukraine. So
Sorry,
11,
pause.
I could
Hold
walk
on.
right
One
past
second.
that. You know, I can walk right past it.
1 second. Which is larger, million, billion, or trillion? What is the larger
Well, of
denomination?
course, the billion and the trillion are bigger than the million.
Oh, okay. So when you're saying that $11 trillion in approved spending is somehow less than 240, which isn't even.
It's better than giving 241 billion.
Sir,
to
they
a
weren't
country
given
called
it.
Ukraine.
Do you know what?
You really want me to believe that Ukraine started a war with Russia, or Russia started a war with Ukraine? I'm just going to say
Russia
something
started
to you
a
real
war
quick,
with
ma'am.
Ukraine.
You
Russia
pull up the
started a
map.
war with
You pull up the
Ukraine.
map and you look at Ukraine and you look at Russia and you just think for a second. You think for a second with a little common sense. You really think that Ukraine is trying to do this to Russia? Or you think somebody else is sitting Ukraine
What is Ukraine? Hold on.
One second.
No. Stop. Sincerely. Stop. No one can hear you now. No one can hear you now. No one can hear you now. No one can hear you at now. Yeah, no. So what I actually wanted to go ahead and yeah, remember this was him coming back up to let me talk. That's what he started off saying, that he was coming back in order to allow me to talk or have a conversation with the points that he brought up. And yet here he is screaming into the void. I wanted to just really ask him, you know, what is Ukraine doing to Russia? Because last I checked, it was February 22nd, 2014, when Russia illegally annexed Crimea from Ukraine. By the way, Crimea operated independently, very similar to like how one of our states do in the United States of America, where they had their own constitution, but still had a president in the president of Ukraine, right? So in 2014, Russia illegally annexed Crimea, and then with the careful placement in Belarus, on February 24, 2022, Russia did a full-on invasion into Ukraine, trying to take over the country. So Ukraine had only made it very small. Like if you look at a map, it looks like a dot, right? It looks like a dot on the map for how much land Ukraine had managed to take of Russia. It was very small, right? Very small in comparison, okay? But that's why I was like, I wanted to ask him, what is Ukraine doing to Russia, when in fact they're doing nothing? So, nothing at all. Yeah. I'm sure like you guys didn't hear it, but when I was telling him that no one else can hear him, he said, "Great, I like it when people do this to me." Okay, so this is why I had this little thing up earlier, just to remind everybody. Yeah, Trent, he is. It's very yeah. Chris, thank you. RIP false flagging conservative grifter Jeremy Hambley. I'd have to look that up. I haven't heard of that guy. Nicole says women should rule the world. Clement says Trump is a loser just like his supporters. Oh, I guess that's you, caller, who's still on the phone. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Again, it does help me to continue to go on live and help educate you. And you guys should always tip your favorite content creators, especially ones that engage with the chat as much as I do or as much as other people do. I'm not the only one that really engages in the chat. So your super chats help me to be encouraged to continue to go on live and do this every day. Same with your direct donations, which get around the fact that YouTube takes about 30 to 50% of it and TikTok takes 70. So thank you for calling the stream. Hi, how are you? Hi, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Okay, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
My 401k is doing so good right now.
Interesting. Good for you.
The all-time highs.
Okay, good for you.
So, what more could I ask for?
Yeah. Your 401k that you really didn't have under the previous administration because you're 19. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's up a lot, actually.
Cool. I mean, it would be if you're only just now putting money in it.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot for the stock market.
Oh, no, guys, I just want to be clear, guys. For him saying, right, and this is the same guy that I already hung up on, right? This 19-year-old is saying that his 401k is up. For the people that have been working for years, maybe decades, that are in my chat saying, like, he's lying, his 401k is not up. No, his would be, because he's only just now putting money into it, because he only just turned 18. Like, yeah, that makes sense. It would be up. that it would be, because all you're doing is putting money into it. But for people that have actually lived longer and have had a 401k longer than 5 minutes, they would know that it was actually higher under the previous administration. So
Well,
I know it's okay.
that's actually
And you see how he didn't even deny that he wasn't the caller that I already hung up on? Guys, I'm going to point this out to you, all right? If I hang up on you, that is me withdrawing consent. I do not have a conversation with you twice. It was actually, it's way more likely that he has an allowance rather than a 401k. Shoo. That's funny. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
So I'm actually 27.
Awesome. Neely, I know, right? I don't know. Thank you for the 10, Neely. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am not because not for any positive reason, but I guess because of a like negative reason, right? So it would be I support him by default because of the competition that he had in the last election cycle. Does that make sense?
No. So just to be clear, you don't still support him?
No, I still support some of his things, right? The main reason I would support him, I guess, is actually the abortion issue, right? I know we're going to disagree necessarily that abortion is murder, but from my worldview and my moral foundation, I do see it as murder. Therefore, I would have to support the candidate. Out of
Are
two candidates, if one
morals
would,
morals objective or subjective?
I believe the morals are objective.
Great. So why doesn't every religion espouse the exact same morality?
I would just assume that those religions are bad.
No. I said every religion, right? So even if you look at Christianity, where you have Christianity as an umbrella, right? And then you have Catholicism, oh my gosh, Evangelicus. You have the LDS. There are so many different sects that fall under Christianity, but they do not have the same exact shared values of morality. So therefore, it is literally impossible for morality be too objective, because that would be the objective reality, which does not exist. Morality is subjective because it varies person to person. Even religion to religion varies. Even under the same umbrella of religion, it varies.
So from then that's fine, right? I could argue from either perspective. Either A, I could argue that morality is objective from my perspective, or I could just concede this point and say that it is subjective and it varies person to person based on personal preference. I would say that naturally, a majority of people do agree. Based
Hey, where's the
on,
woman's glabella?
Go ahead. Where you interrupted me? I think. Go ahead.
I did. Where's the woman's glabella?
How is that relevant to this debate?
Where's the woman's glabella? Where is it
Yeah,
on
but
the
how is that-
where is on a woman's body?
How is that relevant?
Well, I would think that if you want to
has
talk
nothing
about
to do-
abortion, you would know something about a woman's anatomy. So, where is a woman's glabella? While you've taken this time, you could have been Googling it, which
Yeah,
I'm sure
but-
you're
but-
doing right now.
But I'm saying it's
Instead of just saying
irrelevant
you
because
don't know.
it has
No,
nothing to-
again, I
I'm-
explained what the relevancy was. I said I would imagine if you are going to speak about abortion, you would know a woman's anatomy. So,
Well, one, it's irrelevant.
gotcha. You just don't got it. In the placenta. You got it, Cherry. I don't care about why somebody voted in 2024. I've made this very clear. So to be like, well, I support him over the other, irrelevant. I asked you what he's done so far. He hasn't done anything. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
You're a child. Thank you for calling the stream.
No.
Couldn't even do that right. Hi, how are you? Thank you for calling the stream. I like that comment, the wolf. Hi, how old are you?
I'm actually 15.
I do apologize. You have to be at least 18. Thank you for calling the stream.
What's up, nigga?
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hide your voice. You guys act like I don't recognize your number. Thank you for calling the stream.
Hello.
Children. Hi, how are you? Listen, there are apps for that. You don't need a call here. Hi, how are you? Oh, Bijou, I do. But they also call in from unknown numbers, so thank you for calling the stream.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
27 years old.
27. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do still support Donald Trump.
What's he done so far to earn your continued support?
I feel like he represents my demographic, and I feel like in the previous administration that my demographic was not getting properly represented in government. I'm a 27-year-old white Christian male, and I feel
Donald
like
Trump is
he
not Christian, and it's weird that your Christianity would encourage you to support somebody that is an adjudicated sexual assaulter of women. I think that's actually not
Right.
allowed in your Bible, so. Or even just a
No, that
3-time adulterer as well. That seems sort of against your Christian belief system. In fact, I'm
the
fairly certain that that's actually against the 10 Commandments. Oh,
yes, yes.
yikes. So
But
you're not
all
even
that being
espousing
said,
your own Christian beliefs. I also don't think
well,
it's
I'm a
very
sinner.
Christian to still support a president that under his orders on the attack on Iran that we killed somewhere between 120 and 150 school children. Interesting.
Right.
Listen, I will, and I said this last time, right? God absolutely committed genocide in the Old Testament, but that wasn't encouraged nor supported in the New Testament.
Right.
Yeah, can you actually tell me when exactly have Christians ever been systemically discriminated against in the United States of America?
Well, I don't want to get into that. I want to get into why I support Donald Trump.
Well, you brought up
Uh,
because he aligns with you and your demographic, which is a white man who is a Christian. So can you tell me, and you felt like the last
well, all that
administration
being
didn't do
said,
anything, so can you tell me when were Christians systemically discriminated against in the United States of America? Or even just, I guess,
really?
white men. When were white men systemically discriminated against in the United States of America?
During the Biden administration, there was
How? Can you effectuate that?
well, during the beginning of the administration, the chief of staff under the Biden administration identified something called white rage and said that all white people have something called white rage, and that we should be feared because of our white rage and that we need to be kept in check. That seems like discrimination.
Cool. What date did they say that, and what's the name?
The date, I can't be sure of. It would have been within the first 6 months of the
And what
Biden
was their
administration.
position?
Saying the General Chief of Staff, Milley. And you could probably just type his name in and type white rage.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that I support Donald Trump because he makes me feel like
I
I
want
can
to
be
understand
myself.
white rage, and I'm white.
Right. So that sort of
Yeah, and he
terminology.
didn't say that they should be what?
Well, it's inherently terrifying whenever the term white rage, it has an inherent fear aspect to it.
How is that inherently terrifying? Also, that's not what you said originally.
Well, rage is scary. You generally don't want to
Rage
be
is an
anywhere.
emotion. Just like
Right, but
frustration,
generally,
sadness, happiness, joy. These are all terms to describe an emotion.
okay, but if I told you that I had a bloodlust, how much time would you want to spend around me?
A bloodlust over what?
Just a general bloodlust. Like I just have a general bloodlust. Would you want
Those
to
are
be
just
around
words.
me? Well, they're not just words; they're adjectives. But
Those
I
are
mean, yeah,
literally just words.
they describe the state. What do you mean, just words? That's how we communicate.
They're words.
That's how you.
Even what you're doing right now, you're saying words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Point being.
So they're just words.
And so they're just words. So it's just a gun, right?
And it's
They're
not
just
an
bombs.
adjective. So
They're just. You can't
you
just
don't
say
know what
they're
an
just.
what
something.
do adjectives normally end with?
End with. Adjectives are just anything
Let's
that
see.
describes descriptive. They're descriptive words.
Yeah.
They're just
Just reading
describing.
this.
They're just descriptives. Blue, green,
Oh, wait. He was talking. Wait, I
fall.
love this. I love this. Okay. So General
You don't know what
Milley was
adjectives are?
speaking at the committee in regards to the January 6th insurrection when he said that he wanted to understand white rage and he's white. Oh, that
Right.
changes the
So
entire context. Like,
okay, so what?
yeah. Even
Yeah,
if you go
but
like
telling
listen,
us
guys, if you go back now and you listen to the people speaking about the January, like their involvement in January 6th, there's the woman that was like, "Look at me. I look so angry." It's like, yeah, because you were when you were breaking a window with an ice pick. Right? Which has been known to actually kill people, right? Like, I'm more scared of an ice pick than I am of you saying the word rage or bloodlust. Like, it's insane. Did you go to January 6th?
No, I don't.
Okay. Then
I
you're
don't.
not involved in the white rage comment. Hit dogs will holler. I don't know if you are familiar with that phrase, but perhaps you should familiarize yourself with it. If you are upset by a phrase of white rage, hit dogs will holler. Again, this isn't systemic. So that's
Okay,
one
but
person making one statement. Maybe perhaps we should level set on what you believe systemic means. What do you think
what I
systemic
believe.
means?
What do I think systemic means? I mean, I think it means that it's embedded into the roots of the system.
It's one way to put it. I'll accept that. Cool. So what
Okay.
when has the United States had systemic, what was the word that was used? Hold on.
Discrimination.
Yes, systemic discrimination against white men.
During the Irish immigration and Italian immigration.
Irish individuals nor Italians were considered white when they first came here, so you're already off on a bad start. They were not considered white.
But would they be considered white in modernity today?
Yes, they would be, but you can't bring up the past where they weren't even considered white. Again, Arab Christians weren't even considered white until 1914 either because of a Supreme Court ruling. So, no, because you have to acknowledge the time that occurred in where they weren't considered white. So if they weren't considered white, when they first immigrated en masse into the United States of America, they could not have experienced discrimination because they were white men, because they weren't considered
were
white.
considered white.
They weren't considered white
Just like
at the
you could be
time.
white
They
and
weren't
Jewish.
considered
You
white
can
at
be
the
white
time.
and
Irish and Italian immigrants were not considered white when they first
cite
came
that.
into the
Cite,
United
cite the proof.
States.
Cite the proof. I want the proof that Irish people were
Oh,
not
sir,
considered
you
white
haven't
people in
provided
the
me any proof. You made me look up your homework because you didn't know it. You're like, just Google it. You'll find it on Google.
I
Are you
just
paying
wanted
me for
you.
my labor? Okay, cool. You want me to cite it? Listen, I will do it. Pay me for my
I'm
labor.
just
That'll
saying.
be
You asked
that'll
for an
be
example. I
right
gave it to
now.
you,
You already owe
and you're
me
upset.
for the therapy call for part of the call. You already owe me $10, so that'll be $15 for my labor.
What do you mean? You have a billet on your page saying call in to this number to talk
Yeah,
about
and if
this.
you want
I
me to
thought
look
we,
up something
I
for
thought we just
you,
wanted to have a
you're
conversation.
going
That
to
seems like a perfect.
hello. You're going to pay me for my labor.
Okay, that's fair. If you're
Yeah.
saying that you won't do
Cash
it
App
for me,
Venmo,
I think that's
Mermaid
fair.
Ari 0.
I'm
I'll
not
wait.
going to pay you, but I
Oh,
am
you're not
going
going to
to
pay
do
me.
the
Then I'm
research.
not going to do your
I
labor.
am going.
I'm
I'm
not going to do your labor.
I'm not
I'm not
going to
doing
pay
labor
you.
for you for
I'm not
free.
going to pay you,
I know, I understood that. You
and
said that the first
I think
time.
that's fair. I
So I'm
think
not
that's
doing your
fair. I
labor.
think that's fair,
Cool.
and I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I
Awesome.
do. I
So
think
I'm
you're
not
right.
doing your
I
labor.
think that's fair.
You're right,
I think
California. I should
I think that's
charge
100% fair.
$250. I agree.
I'm here to meet in the middle with you on that, but I'm just saying I do feel like Irish people, when they immigrated to this country, were considered white and they were discriminated against, just like Italians. But I do want to say that I support Donald Trump because he makes me feel safe and comfortable to be a straight Christian white male outside in this country. When the gay
Wait,
pride parades march
wait.
through
You
the
were
city, when
you
the
were
BLM
afraid to go
parades march,
outside? Hold on. You were afraid to go outside?
I feel safe to wear a MAGA hat these days. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like you were afraid to go outside in the month of June.
I'm
The
afraid to go
pride
outside
parades
when
that
it's
still
raining
occur within
really
the
hard.
United States every June. You're afraid to go outside?
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to see naked men or men in G-strings. That's scary to me. That's actually scary. I also don't want to see men in
They can't go
dresses who
around
have
naked because that would be public
also
indecency
scary.
and that's a citation. So
And considering there's a large probability that one of the people in this parade
gotcha. Okay. So since caller isn't going to pay me for now his therapy session for sure, it is $10 for every 5 minutes that I'm on a call with him. We're already at 10 minutes, so he owes me $20 that he's not going to pay me. Does anybody else want to like help me like continue to be his therapist by paying me? Because at this point I need it to hear that. I just want to be clear though, if somebody is walking around naked, all right, that is public indecency, which is in fact can be a crime. So it's also weird that the first thing you bring up is that you don't want to see men walking around naked. Sir, just don't go to nude beaches. That sounds like your first problem is that you're obviously going to a nude beach because it's the only place where you're seeing someone's private parts, and it's odd that that's all you're concerned with. That's the first thing that always comes up is male private parts. Why are you thinking about someone's penis? Even I don't think about someone's penis like that. There's only one that I do. Also, thank you, Kega, for the 2 over on the green app. So, but yeah, for guys that want to know, like somebody actually did a study on it at the University of Pittsburgh, how the Irish became white. So y'all can actually look that up. There's my citation for him. So if anybody wants to pay for his therapy session that we just went through. The dog is already not happy that I'm talking to him, apparently. Whew. Yeah, and he's afraid of rainbows. It's very odd. She hears another dog barking, so there's that. There we go. Luis, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that as well. I guess that's at least half of his, so I think that's about it. All I can take. Guys, the puppers is taught not to jump up, so she very rarely will get up on my lap. But we can try. She might. Come here. Come here. Hi, mamas. Hi. Hi, the barbers. Oh, the barbers. It's a cute babies. So cute babies. I think it's like, why would you be afraid of gay people? Like, it's weird. They just exist. There we go. Hi, Izzy, my friend. Guys, on TikTok, can we go ahead and finish off the gift goal? It's been up for an hour and a half, and we still have 4 left, so we should be completing that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Oh, okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. How old are you?
I am 19.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
I like how he's raped fucking faggots and niggers.
That's weird. Please stop expressing your dreams out loud. It's strange. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am not an adult, but I'm 17.
Appreciate you. Have a good one. Hi, how are you? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I hate niggers and faggots.
Again, you guys should not be expressing your sexual fantasies out loud. It's weird. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hi, how are you? You're? Hi, how are you? Hail Satan. Hello? Thank you for calling the stream. Hi, how old are you? Okay. And sir, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What's he done?
I am supporting Donald Trump.
Okay. What's he done so far that's earned your continued support?
Well, I love his foreign policy, and I love the way he's handling the everyday social life. Like I don't want men posing as women in girls' bathroom.
What about his foreign policy are you encouraged by?
Well, it's about time he stands up to the Iran, and I think Cuba gonna be next, just like Venezuela.
About time he stood up to Iran. What about Russia? Why hasn't he ever done anything against Russia?
Because that would be what they call a thermo-global nuclear war.
Oh,
And
mutually assured destruction?
That'd be the end of civilization. Then China get involved.
You mean mutually assured destruction?
That is correct.
So are you saying that the only way a country is going to be able to protect itself against the United States of America is by having a nuclear weapon?
It's peace through strength, young lady.
No,
That was back
that's,
in the
can you
late
answer
70s.
this
That's
question?
peace through
Hold on,
strength.
hold on. That has nothing to do with what I
peace
just
through
said.
strength.
That's nothing to do with what I just said. Are you saying that the only way for a country to assure that the United States will not attack them is by obtaining a nuclear weapon?
That is correct. And that's the way to always be from this point moving forward. As long as we got nuclear weapons, not just us, but China.
Gotcha. Okay.
You young folks got to realize
Well,
that.
then in
Well,
that case, I
you young
believe, in
folks-
that case, in
you
that
young
case, in
folks-
that case, in that case, I believe that every single country obviously needs to have a nuclear weapon because let's get rid of American imperialism. It's ridiculous at this point. We're in the year
Well,
of
you're
our
not. You're
Lord
not going to change that.
2026.
You're not going to change that, young
American
lady.
imperialism should have died
You're not. You're
back
not.
in the
No, it should not have. It's not going to.
1954, which was the last time that we made a state. American imperialism should have died.
You were not around in 1954. You don't know
I
about that
wasn't,
year.
and neither were you. Or
I
if
was
you
born in
were, you were just
1960. You have
yeah.
respect
So
for
you
your
also
elders, young
weren't,
lady.
sir.
Your white bitch ass need to have respect for your elders.
You need to earn respect. It's not just freely given. You haven't done
Well,
anything
you
to earn my
young.
respect.
And what
You
the hell
so
have
far,
you done?
you
What the
so
hell
far
have you done,
have
young
not
lady?
done
Young
anything
lady,
during this
I worked.
conversation
I
to
worked and I
earn my
pissed blood
respect.
and I fucked so many women in my life.
That doesn't earn you
I
any
worked for a
respect. In
long
fact, that just
time.
kind of makes you a whore. So
Men cannot be whores. Only you a whore. Men are
no,
slut
there's
makers.
literally a term. It's called
Men are
men.
slut makers.
It's
Men are slut
literally
makers.
okay.
Men are slut makers. And you listen to me. You made
This is end stage, like
you
guys.
made
I
for
just want
my
to be
ribs.
clear.
You are
Like this
children.
is
You are
like
children of the
some
lie. You
far-reaching
are
end
children of the
stage
lie.
patriarchy
You are
stuff
children of the lie.
going on over here.
And this country was built
Neely,
on
you'll have to let me know
patriarchy.
if they say a bad word.
This
It's
country
just
was
very
this country
weird
was built
here.
on patriarchy. It was not
Again, like
matriarchy. Ain't no
men
such thing
cannot
as
be.
matriarchy.
There's literally a term for it. They're called man whores. Like there's a
There's no
whole
such
term.
thing as that, young
End
lady.
stage
We are
syphilis.
slut
Oh, that's a
makers.
good
Y'all
one.
are
Thank you,
whores.
Bungalow. That was
And that's
hilarious.
because Eve
End
bit from
stage
the apple.
syphilis.
Eve
That
bit
was
from
a
the
pretty good
apple,
one.
and Eve fucked it up for all women.
Yeah.
All women since the
Again,
dawn
sir,
of
you
time.
haven't
Y'all
done
fucked it up
zero.
because y'all
You've done
listen to that
absolutely
serpent that we
zero
call
to earn
Satan.
respect.
Y'all
Well,
listen to
I've
that serpent
actually
that y'all
not
call Satan. When
utilized
that
any
serpent say,
negative
bite from
words
the
or
apple,
verbiage
Eve
against you.
bite from the
You
apple. And
immediately
that's
went to
exactly what y'all
insults, which
did.
isn't
And y'all
something
done
that
fucked
I
it up
did.
for
So
everybody.
you already lost
There's no
respect
such
from
thing.
you
There's no
utilizing
such
insults
thing as
from the start.
matriarchy. There's
So
patriarchy.
I
You gotta
don't
learn that.
know
Your
why you
young
were even
ass
trying to
got
be
to
like
learn
respect
that.
your elders.
You
Congratulations.
gotta
You've
respect
been
your
on this
elders,
earth
young lady.
longer than I have. That
Yeah,
doesn't
you
earn
young
you
white ass
anything.
need to
I
learn
don't know,
that.
Chris.
You
I'm still
can't
trying to
speak for
figure that one out
anybody.
because it ain't
You
me.
ain't got to
I
speak for
don't hear it
anybody.
anymore.
Well, you
It's
must be a
fantastic.
slut
It's
if you get
great.
offended by that statement.
I
You
love
must be some
this
sort of slut
this
if you
voice
get
mixer where
you are
I can
children of
just
the lie.
not hear it
You are children
anymore.
of the lie,
Oh,
and
we
you need
have
to be saved by
one
Jesus.
singular thing
You need to be
left.
saved
One
by
second.
Jesus. That's what I say.
Yeah,
You need to be saved.
and
Your soul
I
needs to be
guys, I just
cleansed,
want to
young
remind
lady.
everybody that
Because deep down inside
women
your
are
soul,
the
you know
emotional
you're
ones,
wrong.
but
You know
yet we
you're
have
wrong.
somebody
You know
giving
you're
a whole
wrong, young
mantrum
lady. Young lady,
on
you know
live
you're
right
wrong,
now
and you got
and
to
is
come to the
continuing
truth of
to give a
Jesus
whole
Christ.
mantrum
You need to
live
come to
on
the truth
stream.
because you are
But
dominated
men
by
are
demons.
supposed to be emotionally regulated. He is
We
failing
are
in his emotional
regulated, but you
regulation.
got me fired up because that's the
Like,
blackness in me. You're a white
it's
bitch.
quite,
You
yeah, it
don't
sounds
know.
like
You
it.
don't know any better.
Hector Raid,
You don't know
thank
any
you.
better. You don't
Guys,
know
if
any
you are
better.
coming in from
You
Hector,
don't know any better.
thank you
You
so
haven't learned
much.
nothing.
I'm trying to
You
find,
have your
here we go.
platform. You have your platform
Let's see if
on
we can at
YouTube, and you
least,
still don't know what
we
you're
only need
preaching
one
about.
to light up the gift gallery,
That's
but
the
I'm just going to
problem
put up
with the
3 to
liberal
see if we
leftists
can
of today.
knock
The
that out over
Democratic
on
of today
TikTok.
is corrupt. The
Yeah, buckle
Democratic
up. This is
Party of
great.
today is corrupt. You
Yeah,
ask
so
why I
he's,
support Trump
oh,
because
that's
the
perfect. I
Democratic
like
Party
that somebody
left
sent,
me.
ooh, thank you, Karen. Thank you for the lol gif over on YouTube. Oh, did he finally? Oh, he's still here.
That is correct. I'm
Have
still
you
here.
taken your
You're not going to
medication?
get rid of me.
Have you taken your
Have you smoked
medication
your
yet?
weed? Have you smoked your weed yet?
I don't do
You're a
drugs.
pothead. You must be a pothead. If you smoke weed, that's okay,
What's up,
young lady.
Hector?
That cannabis
I
got a
don't
bunch
do
of
drugs,
that cannabis
so
has a bunch of benefits. It's okay if you smoke that.
yeah, I've already said it. I don't do schmugs, so I don't really.
Yeah, you
Can this
smoke
guy
that
hear
weed,
me?
and that's okay.
Yes,
That's
yes,
okay.
he can.
Hi,
That's
sir. How are
okay.
you?
I'm doing mighty fine. How are you doing, young man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I had a question for
Yeah.
you. I just got here.
Sure.
I'm not
What's your
sure what's.
question? What's your
I'm not.
question?
I'm not sure what's going on here. But why are you
Yeah.
yelling at this? Why are you yelling at this white woman?
Because I'm having fun, young man. I'm retired. I'm a 66-year-old retired black man, and I think I should be entitled to do that. It's just for
I
entertainment
mean,
purposes. It's not
you know what?
blasphemy.
I do think black men should be able to vocalize their wants to yell at white women sometimes because I think white women be doing the most. But this young white lady right here, it sounds like she was trying to engage in a civil conversation with you. So Why are you being
Oh,
rude to her?
it's just banter, young man. That's all that is. It's just banter. That's all it is. You don't got to get
It sounded like
excited.
a little bit more
I'm
than
just
banter.
having fun.
I was
I'm
really
just
curious to
having
hear
fun.
your. I was really curious. I'm a black man as well. I was really curious to hear your political positions, but instead, I just keep hearing you
Okay,
yelling.
brother. Okay, well
Would
then
would you
talk to me,
mind?
brother.
Would you mind trying to
Then talk
engage
to
in a conversation again?
Okay, young brother. Then go ahead and rap with me, brother. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Got you. Cool. So I believe you voted for Donald Trump, correct?
I did vote for Donald Trump. That is correct, young man.
Got you. And why do you support Donald Trump?
I support Donald Trump for this here reason. Because the Democratic Party let me down. They done let me down for at least 40 years.
40 years.
At least 40 years. Yes, they let me down. And let me tell you, the Democratic Party of today is not the way they was back in the day. JFK Democrat. Hell, in fact, you could have called me a Reagan Democrat in the 80s. I've seen a lot more than both you and that white young lady. I've seen a whole lot more. And I'm not saying you got to respect me, but at least hear me out. The Democratic Party of today, they are not the honorable party that they once was. They take all that money and all these race baiters, and all they do is spend that money on other things. Black Lives Matter was a sham. All them fat black lesbians took that money from
All right.
donations and they spent it on themselves.
That's interesting. So you mentioned a Reagan Democrat. What is a Reagan Democrat? Because last I checked, Reagan was
Reagan
a
Democrat
Republican.
was the Democrat. Okay, let me explain what that is. This dates back to the 80s. Now, I'll be honest with you. In 1980, I did not vote for Reagan. I was not sure about this Governor Reagan actor, B-level actor in the 50s. I was not sure about him. I knew that he had some, he did some good in California, but as far as I know, a Reagan Democrat is a Democrat that voted for Reagan. They crossed party lines because they did not want to vote for Mondale. Walter Mondale. Now, I'll be honest with you, I did want Jesse Jackson, but he didn't have enough firepower, money. He had the name recognition, but Reagan was a machine, and I like Reagan because he kept me in work with the economy.
Okay. Got
That's
you.
what a Reagan Democrat was. Look, the
Fascinating.
Democratic Party was an honorable party. In my opinion, the far left has taken over this party. And what happened to the middle class? Y'all forgot about the middle class, the Democratic Party.
Well,
They don't
hold on
support
now.
the
I
middle
want to go back
class.
to your first point.
Sure.
So you
Okay.
said the Democratic Party is not it's not the same party
same.
that you knew, right? So
That is
my
correct.
question to you is, are you the same man that you were 40 years ago?
No, I reckon I have changed.
You're awesome.
Right. Do you think okay, I'll say it like this. If I was on a date with like a fat black lesbian, right? If I was on a date with a fat black lesbian and she said that I'm the same person that I was 40 years ago, I would find that to be a concern, right? I would find that to be an absolute concern. And the reason why is because I think that if you're the same person that you were 40 years ago, you did not change. I think people grow. I think people learn, and that inherently makes you a different person, growing as a better person, right? So when you said that the Democratic Party,
I fundamentally agree with you on that, young man. What I'm saying, the party itself, they've been hijacked. They forgot about the middle class.
well, actually, sir,
in the DNC, you're either very rich like Nancy Pelosi, or you're very poor like the
It's always
EBT people.
Pelosi.
yeah. So with that being said, I find it interesting that you criticize them for changing, because I would argue they needed to change. And as for the party of the middle class,
young man,
I don't see
it's
why
the
you would
far
say
left,
that.
young man. Because, young man, they
Well,
forgot
the far left
about
is actually
they
not
forgot
represented
about
in
the middle
the
class.
Democratic Party. Sir, did you know that the far left is not represented in the Democratic Party?
I hope not, because that's going to be the end at 28. You're gonna
Well,
get that JD
well, they're
Vance,
not.
and I think JD Vance is too damn young for that position. I will agree with. I may have voted for Trump, but I don't necessarily support that young JD Vance. I don't think he could carry that mantle. It would be Rubio, or it would be It'd be Marco Rubio. It'll be DeSantis, the governor of Florida.
Yeah.
That's what I
So here's the thing. Like I said, the far left is not represented in the Democratic Party at all. In fact, these are the
Well, I
individuals that
hope
chose
not.
to sat out the 2024 election because of Gaza, the people who whine and cry about not having universal health care and all that stuff, right? So if you're worried about the far left taking over, then you actually should be comfortable voting Democrat, because Democrats hate the far left. They really do. They very much uphold
Well, then,
capitalism.
if that's the
They
case,
love their
young man, if
insider
that,
trading.
if,
So they're good there.
if that, okay, if that's what you're preaching, and if that's what they proved to me in the midterms leading up to the 28th presidential election, then you got my vote. I happily come
Well, sir,
back
we can
home
already
to
look
the
at what they're running
Democratic
off of
Party.
right now. We can look at what they're running off right now. So for the past year, I'm not sure if you know this, but the majority of special elections that have taken place have actually been won by Democrats. These are individuals who ran off of affordability. These are individuals who ran off of healthcare. These are individuals who ran off of keeping your taxes low, right? Improving your access to healthcare and all those basic things. That has been the primary concern of Democrats for the past year, and we've seen those reflected in the campaign trails, on top of civil rights, equal rights for every person, which you're probably going to disagree with me here. But I'm of the firm belief that whether you're a fat lesbian or a big old narrow degenerate male, or you're a furry, that you live in the freest country in the world. And in the freest country in the world, you should be able to practice whatever the fuck you believe, no matter how weird I think it is, because you pay taxes and you're allowed to do so long as it doesn't impose on anyone else's life. The Trump administration doesn't like the furries. The Trump administration doesn't like those people, and they've actually been challenging their rights. So that's why I'm anti-Republican. I'm anti-Republican because for some reason they look at the weirdos and they say you can't be weird, and I disagree with that. I think weirdos pay just as much taxes as me.
Okay, young man, I have not. You got to understand. You remember that group in the '70s, Parliament, Funkadelic? George
No, I
Clinton?
do not.
Okay, those guys were freaking weirdos back in the disco era, but they played a hell of a music. So I fundamentally agree with you. But the Democratic Party is going to have to do a lot of work to make me come back home. And I will give them the benefit of the doubt because there is redemption. That much I do know. So if they want my vote, they're going to have to really work hard for me to come back home to that party.
All right, cool. So you're trying to come back home and you're waiting for Democrats to pave the path for you. So tell me, can you give me three things, and I'm going to write them down. I want to track this conversation. Can you give me three things that are the most important to you right now? Not about party issue, but three things that's just important to you.
I would say right now, I would like to see our own black community come back to the old times. I just think this TikTok culture has gotten way out of hand. It makes us black folks look bad.
Sir, we already went over this. We want the black community to grow. We don't want to go back in the past. You remember what happened to us back in the past?
Well, young man, I don't like seeing other young men with their pants down past their butt. That's not respectful.
Sir,
especially in the church. I don't like that. I don't like that hip hop culture. I'm sorry.
Sir, hip hop culture has nothing to do with party.
You could call me a Coca-Cola classic if you want, young man. I'm just saying I would like more.
Sir, you could be a Pepsi classic, but the sagging of the pants has nothing to do with Democrats. I'm speaking specifically on what the Democratic Party can do for the black community.
Also, just look away. Right? You don't want to see it. You just
money better. They could distribute.
Yeah, there's that. I don't want to see anyone's torn Walmart panties. So I asked you. So it's black upliftment. I got that. Black upliftment, black community stuff. You want the Democrats to do. Okay. What is your second thing?
My second thing is going to be, of course, the economy. I don't like these gas prices. I don't like where they at right now. Well, over $5 a gallon. I don't like that, and I understand the reason why, and that's got a lot to do with foreign policy, especially up there in the straits up there in Iran. So I'm going to say the economy. I mean, I just believe that taxing the rich too much, that's not going to help us because it's never going to trickle down like that.
Oh, yeah. So Democrats actually agree with you there. We don't believe in taxing them too much. Our taxes are actually substantially low. Specifically, our criticism with them is how they pay other taxes other than, federal income tax? Because they'll often say that the rich pay the majority of federal income taxes. The problem is When it comes to every other tax, they are disproportionately not paying it. But yeah, the economy is your second thing. What is your third thing?
I would say my third thing is, and look, I don't hate Donald Trump. It's just that the party itself, the Democrat, left me no choice because Biden, I don't know what you want to call that man, and I feel bad for him. My heart goes out to Biden, but that man shouldn't have been in office like that. I can't really think of a third thing at the top of my head, but I will say if the Democrats are going to win, they're going to need to get an outsider like Donald Trump. That's just my opinion because I don't see anybody on the Democratic Party that has name recognition for the 28 election. They're going to have to get somebody, an outsider, in my opinion.
Got you. Really quickly, so I'm about to say something that has nothing to do with you as in relation to what Ari has up on the screen. To every single person who told me that I was full of shit when I said Ken Paxton is going to blow John Cornyn out of the park,
Yeah.
look at the damn polls. Look at the damn polls. I knew I was right. Once he got that Trump endorsement, no one cared about John Cornyn anymore. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Like, I knew he was going to win. Like, there was Cornyn had no chance. That's why he started being like, you know what? Fuck you. I'll vote against your freaking ICE. I don't care.
Diabolical. All right, sir. So
also, guys, on
I wrote-
TikTok, you guys have this up here.
It's been a
Just
good
point it out.
conversation. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be looking out
Hold on,
for
sir.
the
Hold on, sir. Hold on,
15
sir.
inch.
I didn't get to address your points yet, sir. Hold on. I'll make this
Oh,
really
go
quick.
ahead.
I'm not sure if you have to go
Okay.
anywhere. I'll make this quick.
No problem, young man. Go ahead,
Oh.
young man.
So I wrote down here. I got black upliftment, I got economy, and I got Biden. We just did Biden. So we're gonna do a quick process of elimination. Biden's already out the get go because Biden is, he's currently off in a nice home somewhere, dying of stage 4 prostate cancer. So Biden's gone. Biden's he's gone.
And my heart goes out, but I'm just saying he left me no choice. That's why I went for Trump the second time.
Well, I would also follow up with saying that, Biden wasn't running in the 2024 election after the last half, but separate conversation. We won't even go there. In regards to the economy, we'll make this quick on the economy. So I can actually articulate to you right now in a way that you would agree with that if Kamala Harris won the 2024 election, the economy would have been better. One of the ways that it would have been better is that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, for all your criticisms for them, while they supported Iran, while they supported Israel, they also, for their entire term, was heavily pushed by Bibi Netanyahu to go and invade Iran. And Biden and Harris said, no, we will not. We will not strike Iran, in part because they understood the repercussions. Oftentimes we talk about gas prices that is shown in the Strait of Hormuz being closed, but we can also talk about some of the important allyships that we have with other nations, where we get some of our technology, even some intelligence, because Iran started striking them. They started striking up other bases or other places around Iran, which started impacting us as well. So I can tell you off the bat, your gas prices would have been lower because we would not have started a war with Iran. We would have also continued to keep some subsidies for greener or cleaner renewable energy under the Biden-Harris administration, which did actively bring down the cost of fossil fuels and stuff to some degree. Unless you're in California, then you're cooked. Then we can talk about the fact that your grocery prices would have been lower because agriculture wouldn't have gone up because all the equipment that we use for our food also uses gas and diesel. So that would have stayed lower as well. Then we can talk about your good, like your technology, some other things that we get from other countries because we are a consumer nation. All of those prices would have been lower because Donald Trump or Kamala Harris would not have instituted blanket tariffs, to which the Supreme Court and the International Trade Court all found to be unconstitutional. So in all of those metrics there, I can show you, because none of that are things that Kamala Harris ran off of or Biden-Harris even did in their first term, all of those prices would have been lower. In fact, we have well-documented history, and I'm actually going to hand this off to Ari because she can explain this better than me, of Democrats being the best at balancing the budget and having the most thriving economies. Take it away, Ari.
And I muted myself, but I realized it before I started talking. Bill Clinton is the only president to have left a surplus. He was a
I will
Democrat.
admit that young man he did articulate it right. I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah,
So
he does a great
they
job.
still got a lot of work to prove though. But I'll be waiting. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeet. It was a little bit late, but I got a bunch of. Let's see. Yeah, we got 70 to. Well, we got 40 to kick and then 20 to keep because it was driving engagement. Sorry.
That's a wild reason to send
Yeah.
40.
It was great. It was like, actually keep them. It's driving engagement. I'm like, all right, well. Actually, Shauna, Anonymous, who sent the first amount to kick him, said is the one that sent 20 to be like, never mind.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was the main reason why I was like, all right, I'll keep it, because they were like, I'll send 20 more to keep. Actually, I'll take it back a little bit. So it was
Yeah,
very
guys, I'm well
interesting.
aware of the fact that that person was absolutely fucking horrible. That is showing Ari disrespect for no goddamn reason whatsoever.
Very bad.
But Ari likes to have conversations. So that's what I came in here to bring out of him. And I didn't even get to the black upliftment part. Damn
You
it.
didn't.
It's fine.
And I don't play this enough, but stick around for a second, Hector. I'm gonna, guys, this is for all of my chats, right? I don't play this enough, but I meant to do it without music. My bad.
Do you want someone muted from the chat? Maybe they're spamming, annoying, displaying bot behavior, or maybe they're just a dumb bitch. Well, you can mute them for as little as $5 a day, $20 a week, or $50 a month. Pay links are in the bio.
Yeah, and the $20 for a week is like a full 7 days. So actually, Dan, if you guys want to remove the mod powers of a moderator, that by itself is $50, and they'll be removed as a mod for a day or one live. So
WPSA.
I like how somebody just went in and reacted to me playing that exact one in my Discord. That was great.
So May said, what if you pay to mute a friendly?
Same cost. The mods just have a higher, well, friendlies I guess would be 10, and I have to know them like by name. So
My cost is 27.
oh, Kevin, if you're asking how much to mute the host, then that's $300.
And 29 cents.
No, 67 cents. I don't permaban people ever, except for my weird stalker that comes back in. So at this point, so I've had this, because I looked this up, Hector, just because I was curious, right? Hector Talks is the person that's on my panel that you guys can't see on Twitch or on YouTube. Do you have a Twitch yet?
I do not have a Twitch yet.
That's okay. Do it, pay to unmod me. I'll be even muted. I love that. What was I gonna say?
I hate it when I blank.
Yeah, that's what happens when I read comments. And $300 is just being nice. Okay, I could ask for so much more to end my stream.
When is this, the after Memorial Day discount? Is that what it is?
I mean, really, I'm at least worth 500. So that's why when people call in and say stupid shit, I'm like, you can't afford me. Like, and if you want me to do a sexual act, that's way more than that, and you're not worth it.
Crazy.
I mean, I
Gotta
ain't
pay
doing
to
that
play,
shit for
bro.
free.
Capitalism, baby.
People be doing that shit online for thousands of dollars a month. Like,
$1,000.
yeah, you can't afford this. And that's with everybody paying them. Like, nah, I want it from, like, no. Anyway, sorry. Hector Talks is on here. The Tube, are you on Twitch? Oh yeah, thanks. Palpable. Just don't remember what I was talking about before. Oh, okay. I don't want to show it decent, so it's cool. That's why I say you can't afford it. Ain't nobody.
Someone on YouTube, they said the answer is voting for values and not vote party line. The problem with
Yeah, we
that
don't.
point is You guys say you vote for values and not party lines, but then those party lines always seem to be Republican, and those values always seem to be bigotry. So I'd be a little confused sometimes what you mean by that, but you know.
This is true. So Clement, if you might have got misclicked on being timed out. But guys, unless you used a slur, I can't find where it was deleted, so I can't do that. I'm sorry if that happened. So guys, look out for Clement. He does support. Unless you use a slur, that's the only reason why you should be getting timed out or hidden, because it's my line. I don't care if you guys insult me, but if you want me to read your insults out loud on my channel, normally I say it's 10, but it's at minimum $10 for me to read your insults. So pay me money and I'll read your insults. I don't care. Brian with the $1 Moose wanted to point out, why do many Americans refuse to accept that 98 to 99% of the world signed the nuclear non-proliferation treaty, including Iran and America, and why has America refused to fulfill its promise to reduce its dependence on nukes? Ooh, that's a great question. They never can answer that one. I know that for a fact. Suffield, thank you for the bits. Just curious, totally on board with Trump to being the worst admin possible, but what is a positive vision that you have? What do you mean, like, positive vision? Hector. So, I don't know. I'm 99% sure Hector agrees with me here, is that just to get it started, I believe that we should give free healthcare to every child, everyone under 18 and under. So
6,000%. I don't think children who are, brought into this world, no choice, should have to ever experience lacking healthcare because their parents are poor or anything else. I think universal healthcare, at least for kids, would be the bare minimum start in this country. And it would support the alleged rhetoric of this administration that wants to, quote unquote, protect kids. So,
do it to Kirvin. You go be more trolly to get unmodded. Listen, I'm all because I have to participate in a capitalist system, I'm obviously going to benefit from capitalism because unfortunately it's what I need to survive in life. Let's see. I have less respect for people who have been around the sun more than me. You haven't learned anything of value. Oh shit. Virillion W. Very true. With that Australian dollar. Kilo, I'm not going to read this one out loud, but Hector can.
Ari, is this Uncle Ruckus on the phone? Nope. That was not Uncle Ruckus. That was his distant cousin, Uncle Rupert. There's Ruckus and Rupert.
I was gonna say I'm
Don't get
not.
it twisted.
I'm not reading that one out loud. That could be a line. Clement, thank you for the 2 again, saying thanks, Ari. You're welcome. But yeah, W Anonymous, W Shauna for the 15, W Neely, W Chris, and who? Okay, there was one other person. Oh, W Luis, and W Kega, and I'm missing. You're awesome. Crystal as well. W's to all of the people that donated direct. Rad says Hector W, so I think I owe you 5.
I think he was just saying W me. That's yours.
Oh, okay. That's mine. All right. Sounds bueno. Okay, guys. I'm a little over my time, so I'm gonna go ahead and end. People weren't calling, and in fact, my voice number got stuck on one number showing to be called, even while it was on Do Not Disturb, so I just closed it because I'm like, you're broken now. Also, Hector, I don't know if your voice mixer is still working out, but I found another one that works on Mac and is free.
I may need it because my computer updated, and then it literally said that it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, my latest software is going to make it invalid soon, so I will have to I have to change it anyway.
Gotcha. Also, guys, if you're new, hit subscribe, hit follow. Hector will be back on with me. It'll probably be next Monday, not this Thursday. Just so you know. Yeah, no, because this Thursday I'm doing something else. I'm forgetting this. So as long as Hector still got time, he'll be back on Monday.
Got no plans to my knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, don't let it happen again. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so buy over on one YouTube. It's totally a joke. I'm gonna get y'all are going over to Polly because at least over on YouTube you are. Just cause shit's been fucking weird over on YouTube. I don't know if you've noticed it at all. Oh, I still keep meaning to send you a video.
Ours may have been weird for different reasons. Mine is weird because